Hey, here we are at the Duke's Horse Stable. This is the new 520 that I picked up, and high hopes for it someday to be the snow chucker. As you can see by a lot of the pictures, or actually some of the first pictures, you guys thought it was a pretty good looking machine, and I think by some of the pictures I'm posting on my Resto post that I'm going to prove a little different. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on this machine. No doubt. I've done some degreasing and a lot of cleaning on it a little bit just to get to where I can work on it without getting my hands all greasy, because she was pretty bad. The fuel pump that we have right here, it had a bad inlet port fitting. It was broken off, and let's see, as you can see, maybe I've since JB welded it, and this pump also, I noticed, has another inlet fitting right here. So I routed the line and replaced this fuel line. I need to tie everything up. I'm fixing to take everything apart, so taking the engine off to paint and remove more grease. I don't know what this is about. I've changed oil twice on this engine in a matter of 2 hours. You wouldn't believe how black the oil came out even on the second go around. I didn't change the filter. I put a Fram filter in, just a cheap Fram, because I figure it's full of junk. But check this tube out. I don't know what's up with that. That's going to have to be retapped. Duke might have to weld that. This aluminum case. Might have to weld that and retap it. I don't know yet. When I got the engine, it had the wrong spark plugs in it. They were mismatched. They were too cold a temperature. I've replaced the plug wires on here. Fuel filter, like I said, the lines. I cleaned the carburetor real good. I've also noticed that the muffler right here, I can't remember, I guess I welded it right here. This was up, and it had broken away and left holes there on these mounts for this cover, shroud cover mounts that goes over this. So I had to weld those underneath, then weld those. I went ahead and painted it, bought new gaskets for it, tightened that back up. Now that doesn't leak. I'm getting a little oil smoke out of this engine, just when throttling up, basically. And it's got a little tick sound. It sounds like it's coming from down underneath the valve adjustment. I think that's what they are, covers down there. You can see this fuse block is, like you guys warned me, they're junk. Somebody's put together a fuse holder here. Put a new battery in it. I don't know how this is supposed to be, whether this had higher caps or whatever, but this battery wouldn't fit with that on there, so I'm going to have to probably make something else. Bulbs are burnt out, just the normal stuff. One of the headlights, I believe this headlight works. This one does not, it's burnt out. Just small things. I don't know what kind of Rube Goldberg connector this is. I guess to what is it? I guess the engine temperature sensor. I just have this stuff wired up out of the way for now to run it. I was playing around with it. I took that cap off, tried adjusting it. I need to take it back out and clean that port and needle valve, see if I can get it to idle a little better. It really doesn't run all that bad. I think it runs pretty sweet. It's got all kinds of grease in it. You know, you can just scrape grease off of it all over, which is the same stuff. Had a mouse nest in this tractor when I got it. Inside down here, you can see the mung and drool it's got. Got a bunch of grease in here. Probably see that stuff flake off. So, there's some grease all over everything. It's going to have to be completely taken apart, cleaned up, painted. Probably a lot of adjustments, tighten a lot of things up. Tires are pretty much cracked. Rubber's cracked on these. Replaced its front tires with tri-ribs. Running boards were a little rusty. Just needs a lot of work. I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up. Give her just a little choke. Tell me what you guys think of this. It doesn't seem to run too bad. After doing all that work on it, cleaning the carb and everything, at first glance it seems pretty good. This tractor has 824.5 hours on it. That vacuum gauge, I don't know where that's supposed to be in an idle. Running probably about 1800 RPM, 16, 17, somewhere in there. It usually goes down to about 14 after it warms up. I'm going to show you about the smoke on this thing. You guys tell me what you think about this. That's pretty much what I got here. If you guys have any tips on that. Oh, I did a compression test on this engine. It was 130 psi. Last night I went over to Harbor Freight and bought a leak down tester. They have a little problem with the secondary leakage gauge, and I'm going to replace that right out of the box. They say that they don't read right. It just doesn't have really an indicator on there with increments of pressure. Just has some green band, yellow band, and red band when it's no good. Just idiot indicators for people who don't know how to read percentages. I'm going to go ahead and replace that, and I'm going to go ahead and do a leak down test on this engine. Right now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with take that idle adjustment screw out, mixture screw out, and clean it, and after that I think I'm going to unbolt the motor, start taking this thing apart. Take the hood off. I usually take the wheels off, take the running boards off, seat pan, rear wheels off, get it up on jack stands in the garage. A lot of stuff I need to do, clean it up, take it down pretty much. I can get to a lot of things. I can take the battery out, of course, have to come out. I can do a pretty good job getting it cleaned up and painted. That's the way I did the 417. You take it down to that far, you're pretty much down at the end. I might take a little, go down a little further. I'll get some decals from Terry Dennis. And hopefully by then I'll find out about this engine somewhere through the process, and whatever it needs it's going to get. Hell, I'm into it now. I might as well make the best of it. Want it to last a while. Looks like I'll be retiring the snow chucker, the other one, the C120, hopefully. And I'll just feed OPEC a lot of gas. Hell, they need it more than me, I guess. Okay, Duke out. You guys have a good one.